Hey, in this video, we'll be making this pasta Primavera. So you can see that I've loaded it with veggies. It's really tasty, so let's get started. I'm gonna start with about 2 tablespoons of grapeseed oil. I'm just gonna heat that up. I'm gonna start with my butternut squash. I'll chop some up. I made fries, and these are some of the smaller pieces. So I'm just gonna start this around. So I'll just let this cook on medium heat. Because the other vegetables will cook through a little faster than this. So I've got some bell peppers that I've sliced already. Some mushrooms. I'll probably use about a cup, maybe a cup, yeah, about a cup of these. I just have some leftover squash, zucchini squash bits that wouldn't fully spiralize when I was using these in my spiralizer. And then I just have a few onions left over from a pizza that I did. I'll just let these cook. Maybe give them about 5 minutes or so. And then we'll be ready to add in the rest of the vegetables. Alright, it's been about 4 minutes. So before we get too far, I do want to get a little salt in here. And then I've got some chopped basil. So about a teaspoon of that. I got some cayenne, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of that maybe. And I'll just let that work in. Let those seasonings start to cook a little bit. Alright. Drop my little zucchini pieces in. And this is a lot of zucchini, so this looks like a little bit, but the whole dish is predominantly zucchini. And I'll get my bell peppers in here. This is probably about 1.5 cups of diced bell peppers. All right. I'm just chopping some down a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to get my onions in there. This is probably a 1/2 cup, if that, not that much. And you could put like tomatoes in here, some of your other favorite chopped bell peppers, vegetables. But you could also do some of the other bell pepper colors. I just had this one already chopped, so a lot of times it's convenient if you just keep chopped vegetables in your fridge, so that way when it's time to make something, it's just a lot easier. So these are just ones that I already had chopped up in my fridge, and I was setting aside because I knew I was going to make something. Just wasn't sure, and then I remembered this pasta Primavera, so it's on my detox one of the meals on my detox, so I figured I would try that. Do about a cup and a half of mushrooms. And like, I just use different containers like that, but I just keep chopped up vegetables in my fridge for times like this. And you gotta make something, and you want it to be healthy but tasty. I think the key to eating any type of diet or making, you know, changes with how you eat is it has to be flavorful. You know, if it's not flavorful, what are we doing? So I'm just cutting some of them down that I think I want a little bit smaller. I always want to be able to enjoy something in one bite. And it's still on medium heat. I'm just letting all these cook down together. And it's always good to taste your food. So I've grabbed a fork here. I'm just gonna try. It's good, but I think I need a little more salt. The flavor's not coming out at me. That's what salt does. Salt will just liven your food. Now, when something's too salty, it ruins it. So, just gotta find that balance. Yep, that was perfect. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, we cut off the heat, and then just toss in our zucchini. Just want to get that all in there. Of course, with clean hands. Or you want to use a utensil. And I find it's best to just kind of let the, once it's off, I let the zucchini just kind of steam on top. And then after that, I'll go ahead and add a little bit, about the rest of this actually, because this is about 2 more tablespoons of grapeseed oil. And then I'll just kind of let that coat. I'll show you in a second. We'll let it all kind of rest, and then we'll toss it in the grapeseed oil. I'm just gonna also cover it. Give it a couple minutes, and then we'll toss it and then be done. And then we'll be plating and enjoying this meal. All right, so I'm gonna add the rest of the grapeseed oil. And if I need more, I've got some more. Sometimes you just gotta know the right utensil for the job. You know, it changes. And I needed to just bring this up from the bottom and get these on these noodles. So I'm just gonna use my spatula. Because I really just wanna press that flavor into these noodles. go ahead and get this plated. Okay. These noodles are so long. You have to cut these ones. There you have it. Pasta Primavera. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know in the comments below. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that bell notification. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.